Welcome, everyone. We're at Henry Memorial Presbyterian Church today, and you recognize these ladies, Janice Nasaria, Marie Townsend, and we're here for a real special cause that I guess you kind of spearheaded, didn't you, Janice?
Yes, I was contacted by one of the members, and they had heard that I volunteered trying to create awareness for children in need and foster children. So I rallied the troops with Marie and several other agencies, and we came and spoke to them in February.
And so since February, you all came, Marie, and spoke to them and talked about an issue of being able to help children, right?
Correct.
Displaced children.
Well, one, these kids go to these homes in foster care that a lot of times they take a trash bag with them and they don't have anything that they can really call their own. But so the Quilters Club just offered to help us do something to make these children feel special, and especially this time of year at Christmas, because one thing that CONSA does, we partner with DFACS and we help get individual sponsors for these children. The children fill out wish lists just as if they were your own children at home.
Yes.
And the community is awesome about coming together to sponsor these children to make sure their needs are met. And hopefully this year we'll be able to add a quilt to each one of them. Last year we helped close to 180 just at Christmas.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so we cannot do this without the community.
But Janice, you contacted them and then put together Marie and other representatives from our community, which we'll be speaking to in a moment, but about the needs, and they've come up with right around 100,
Yes,
was it?
there are over 70 quilts they've
Okay.
made by hand since February, and they're just beautiful. And all of these children are these 70 plus children are gonna get a quilt that's gonna be their very own.
What do you think that'll make them feel like, Marie?
Oh, loved and warmed. That's all we can ask for, because these children need to feel special. They need someone to be able to speak up for them and make them feel like they're wanted.
Well, you do your job well. And
Well.
we appreciate you, but
Well.
it's people like this in our community
Exactly.
who want to give that
Exactly.
encourage you, don't they?
Exactly. CONSA work is a volunteer-driven base. So without our volunteers advocating for these children, we can't do what we do to help these children and be their voice. So
So that's encouragement for you to do your part.
Exactly.
And we have another, don't we? And now we're here with Cecilia. Janice, tell us about Cecilia.
Well, Cecilia is the boss of the boss. She's
Oh,
our
right.
Department of Family and Children Services head person, and she helps keep us all straight and keeps us connected as well.
Cecilia, what's your title?
I'm the director of DFACS here in Lawrence County.
Okay, so you're responsible for helping a lot of people who need help.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. How many families do you probably serve a year?
Well, right now we have approximately 110 children in foster care, and that's just foster children, and then families in other areas that are in need. We help about, I think right now we have about 80 we're serving, and that's just in the Child Protective Services. Then we also have food stamps, Medicaid, and TANF where we service families.
Yeah, you have to help a lot of people. But you came out this evening and these quilts were offered to you. I guess you came to the meeting in February and requested that whatever quilts they could provide
Yes.
to you, you'd be able to provide them to the kids that are coming through. So you have several kids that will be receiving these quilts. How do you think that'll make them feel?
Oh, they will love it. This will give them something for them to keep, for them to take, back to their birth family or either wherever they go for their forever family.
Yeah, and it's just strange. I guess y'all hear it all the time. You know the story of how they would leave, one place with just a bag of a few things. and
Yes.
not really have anything for themselves, but be able to wrap up in that quilt. To me, would just feel like that'd be real special for a
Yes.
young person. So, and all the love and prayer these ladies say that they've poured into sewing them. So that's real special. So how do you know Janice? Janice just reached out to you and invited you to be a part of this?
Well, Janice is part of the care portal that we have where we DFACS partners with churches and Promise 386. And when we have a request for a family or a foster child, whether it be a car seat, a bed, clothing, we request that, and then they fill that request.
And it's so easy. Cecilia can send out an email, or a caseworker can send out an email to 6 churches currently participating in this, and it goes to every one of our congregation members. And if they happen to have that car seat or a bed or clothing to fit that child, they just simply respond and click respond to the email. And if they have it, they can meet that need and get it over to DFAX, or sometimes actually get to deliver it to the child or the family. And if they don't happen to have it, then somebody else will, and they can wait for the next email to come. So we can get other churches and church members signed up to get those emails. And it's a wonderful little way to help. Now and then, it's not every day, but you see the request come through and you may happen to have it and you can send it.
So how does one sign up or become a part of that, Cecilia?
Through Promise 386, and Janice would have that information. The church signs up through their committee who oversees outreach, and there is a small fee for the church to join.
Yes, and if it's a small church of 10 or 20 or 30 people and they can't afford to pay a little bit of money each month, they don't even have to do that. If they just want to sign up for the emails and send the items that they have, and they can get in touch with me. I can leave you my email address and my phone number, and I can get them right to the person that can sign their church up.
All right. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank
for what
you.
do. And now who do we have, Janice?
This is Miss Brooke Woods. She is with Stepping Stone, and she can tell you a little bit about the organization that helps children too.
So how excited is it to be here tonight? Now?
Very excited.
Isn't this wonderful?
We're thrilled to get these quilts to be able to give to the boys and girls that come to our center.
Yeah. What you think it's going to mean to them? Tell me.
Well, what we do at Stepping Stone, we assist law enforcement and DFAX when there's an allegation of abuse. So sometimes, unfortunately, the children that we see have to go through a medical exam. And when they go through that, we like for them to be able to have a blanket or we call it a comfort item, to have with them when they're going through that experience. So that's what we plan to use the quilts for, to let them have that with them, and they will keep it with them when they leave the center. So I think it'll mean a great deal to them.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have organizations like this. Who knew these ladies had such big hearts?
I know.
And were so fun-loving, too, huh?
How can they make that many in such a short amount of time? It's amazing to me.
Yeah, it is to me, too.
So,
well, thank you so much for what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out. And
all right, and best of luck to
supporting
you.
it. Thank you.
Janice. All right, we'll get through that one somehow.
Hello, I'm Darren Keene with Clements & Keene Insurance. We wanted to talk with you today and let you know that the deadline for open enrollment to purchase health insurance is December the 15th. So if you're under the age 65 and maybe you have health insurance and you have questions, or maybe you don't have health insurance at all, give us a call or come see us at the Little White House, 503 Bellevue Avenue, or call us at 272-8019.
With Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, I can get auto, home, life, even banking all in one place. Pretty convenient if you ask me.
Always the home team, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Visit us online at gfbinsurance.com.
All right, we're working on through the different agencies. Janice, who do we have here?
This is Jill Miller, and she is with Families for Families.
Yeah, what a great organization. Now, we've had your husband on before. Lewis Miller, and we've been able to share with the community more and more, but there's always a need, isn't there?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what do you think about these quilts and all
This
these
is awesome.
lovely-
I can't believe they managed to sew so many quilts, and they're beautiful, and I know that it's going to bless the kids that get these.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your agency.
We are a private child placement agency. We are recruiting families. We're faith-based, and we recruit, we train, we get the homes, we walk them through the process of becoming open, and we get them open, and then we have a case manager for the homes, and we work partner with DFACS as far as getting the children, and once they're in our homes, we're still working hand in hand with DFACS and all the other agencies that are represented here tonight.
Yeah, it's good to have a team.
So it's really neat that in the past that some families thought their only option to become a foster home was through the Department of Family and Children's Services. But now we actually have Families for Families that is a faith-based organization. So if they would like to become a foster family through their faith, this is another wonderful option to schedule with.
It's good to have options. Thank you for what y'all are doing to help young people, to help kids. Godspeed. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, with the Emerald Quilters Guild, we have Joanna Simmons. Joanna, you sewed some of these quilts?
I made 4 quilts for the
did.
collection.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. It's my first time being part of a Quilters Guild, and I got to tell you, it's been quite an experience there.
We are a happening group.
Yes, you are. I got to tell you, y'all have a lot of fun.
We do.
You never know what anybody's going to say, do you?
For more reasons than one.
So how often do y'all get together and guild, quilt?
Well, yeah, we have
What?
one evening meeting a month. There's a daytime group that gets together to sew once a month.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do retreats, go on trips together, stuff like that. We do shopping excursions. So anytime we have an excuse to get together, quilt, and eat, we're happy.
Yeah. Well, hey, 70 some odd quilts?
Yeah. Yeah, is that amazing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's a heartfelt effort there now.
It was something that appealed to all of us. Most of us are moms and grandmothers.
Yeah.
And being able to do something for children who may not have the blessings our children have really meant a lot to us. The image of children who leave their homes at a time of crisis and may not have anything of their own to take with them really spoke to our hearts, and we wanted to do what we could with our gifts and talents to make a difference in someone's life.
Well, you have already. You made a difference in everyone's life here who came from the different agencies. You made a difference in Peyton from the newspaper. You made a difference in mine. Because when you see people who have a real heart for others, you don't even know them. You just know they're young people, they're children who are in a situation that they can't help, and you want to try to wrap a blanket around them.
Exactly. All right.
That quilt's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so how long have you been a part of the guild?
I've been a part of this guild for 9 years, since I'm a couple of weeks after I moved to Dublin.
Great. Great. All right, and so how does one get involved with the guild if it's someone out there?
We meet on the first Monday night of the month at Henry Memorial Presbyterian's Fellowship Hall. We are open to all quilters of any level, and if you've never quilted before, we love to teach people how to quilt.
Wonderful. How do they get in touch with you now? Just show up here, or they got a
Just
number?
show up.
Just show
Just
up.
show.
Okay, that's Henry Memorial Social Hall. You can't miss it, and you would have an indeed good time if you want to learn how to quilt, or if you already know and you want to join a great guild. Thank you again for what you
Thanks
do.
for coming and talking to us.
We're here at Henry Memorial Presbyterian Church now, and we are speaking to one of the Emerald City Guilders, Patty Season.
Hi.
Well,
thank you.
welcome to you, and thank you. You all just know how to roll with the flow down here, and I love it.
Well, we're rolling.
You're rolling out quilts.
We're rolling out quilts.
How
Yeah.
many did you sew?
I brought 5 today.
5.
So yeah.
Thank you.
But it just when you think about these children that are taken out of their home and they have nothing, and you always have to put that little satin binding on it so they can find their little corner to play with, because all children need something that is security, and that's why we do it for them. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time y'all have done this for the children?
We've done children's quilts for ABC Women's Center. We've done adult quilts for the VA. We make a lot of quilts. We make a lot of quilts.
You also make pillowcases. You were talking
Yes.
earlier. You guys are going to make
Yeah.
Christmas pillowcases for several different.
For hospice centers. One of our members, if you're walking down the street or in the grocery store and somebody says, "Oh, you do this? We have a club, we have a group, we have a need." And so we bring it to our chairs of the community service, and we come up with an idea and we do it. We make pillowcases, we make fidget blankets for Alzheimer's patients. We've made covers for sleeping mats for the elementary school. We make computer covers for the elementary schools.
Yeah.
So we're pretty.
You run the gamut.
We're pretty
You
known
do.
in the community.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So
but if there's somebody out there that doesn't know you, how can they get in touch with you with a need or with a request?
Well, they can call. I believe we've got cards. We also, they could go to the library. They have our numbers there. We put up a window in the library in March. It has all our numbers. And they can look us up online. We're on Facebook, Emerald City Quilters. And I think that's it. I mean, we're pretty. I think we're pretty accessible. Yeah. Emerald City Quilters.
All right.
So.
Thank you for what you do and for
All
your
right.
spirit of love.
All right. Well, thank you.
So Janice, it's good to be able to share with all these different agencies. It's so good of you, sweetheart, to put this together, to have such a loving and warm heart, to want to help these kids
Yes.
who are displaced, and they have a beautiful quilt to wrap up in, and look at the joy that these ladies have.
Yes.
So that's all poured into these quilts. You know it's going to transfer to these kids.
Yes, prayers over these quilts as they were made, and so many other organizations, their family members will know now that we have children that are in need, and the word will continue to spread. And thank you so much for being here to cover this
It's our
wonderful
pleasure.
event.
So good to be able to highlight these ladies.
Yes, that we know that everyone can't be a foster home, but everyone in our community can do a little. Whether it's make a quilt or provide a car seat or shoes or clothes, with all these agencies we have great options to help these children, sometimes as many as 150 in Lawrence County that are displaced or in crisis.
So what do you say to the Emerald City Quilters?
Oh, thank you from the bottom of our heart. And for all of these children, the love and the wonderful gift will carry through the rest of their life with this item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us right here on TB 35.